Hello, good evening students. Today we have discussed the introduction part of transmission and distribution. So it is one of the core subject. This subject mainly deals the details of transmission and distribution and conductors, insulators and performance analysis of transmission and design of insulators and corona, calculation of corona, and main important is transmission lines. So how the transmission lines have been classified depending upon length. It may be short, it may be medium, it may be long transmission line. We have to study one by one. So before going to the actual concept, how the electric power flow we can understand, then after that we can go for T&D and typical power system. So it is very simple concept. So first we have to understand water flow concept. Generally how the water flows from high pressure or high hill area to lower areas, or distribution of power takes place from big pipelines with high pressure of water similarly connected to low pressure lines, then after that it reaches to consumers. So very easy concept. High pressure of water with high larger size of pipeline diameters, then it is divided into smaller size of pipelines. Again the pressure reduces up to reach of consumers. In the similar fashion, the electrical power flow also takes place. Generation of electricity takes place in the generating station with number of alternators are working in parallel as per the capacity. But here the generated voltage is very less, then it can be boosted up to 220 kV by using step up transformer. After that the number of transformers are used goes on decreasing of voltage level. It may be receiving station, it may be substation, finally distribution station, and it reaches to the consumers by use of number of transformers. Transformer of the generating station, high voltage rating. After that from receiving station it is reduced to substation. From substation it is reduced to distribution substation. Then finally through the distribution of transformer it reaches to consumers, sir. Now see there, this subject mainly deals with already I discussed in earlier. So it may be deals very first what are the different types of distributions and generations. It may be AC, it may be DC, how the power is generated, how the power is distributed with the number of networks, with the help of conductors, with the help of insulators. The power system is one, it connects, it involves number of interconnections. Hence a young power system engineers are very much essential to design, to control, to monitor the operation of systems. So and it also gives the information different types of the transmission lines with the different parameters and analysis of transmission lines. Classification of transmission lines mainly goes the favor of length of line. As per length of line, it may be short transmission line, it may be medium transmission line, it may be long transmission line. And what is the effect of sag? What is the effect of different effects? how it will affect on the performance, how it will affect regulation of on receiving end of the power. We are having sending end power, then receiving end power. How the line will affect, how the voltage drop takes place, how it should be compensated. Lastly, we can come to the quality of electricity and reliability of electricity. So, actual power system consists, main components are three. One is generating station, one is transmission network, another one is distribution network, with the design of conductor and typical insulation systems. Because as the current carrying capacity increases, then heating effect increases, then what are the type of conductor materials are used, what type of insulation have to be provided later on. So, before going to the power system, generating station is the first concept. So, we already know that generating station is installed where energy resources are available. It may be water, it may be coal, it may be nuclear. So, the generation of electrical power is mainly known as conversion of one form of energy to another form of energy. So, by burning of coal, steam energy can be generated. The steam energy is input to steam turbine. We can generate the electrical power. And similarly, of reservoir or dam creates high head of water. This hydraulic energy strikes on the blade of hydraulic turbine, then it can generate electrical energy. In very simple, the electrical power generation is conversion of one energy to another energy form. It may be different conventional sources or non-conventional sources. In generating station, the number of three-phase alternators are working and finally connected in parallel as per the rating of power station. The generated electrical power now transmitted to the various distributors. This is known as entire power system. So, entire power system gives the idea from generation to distribution of power to consumers. Now, you can see there, that is schematic diagram of power system. So, you can observe very first, the generating stations are coal or hydro or nuclear or wind are installed where the energy sources are available. It mainly consists of three-phase alternators which can generate 11 kV voltage. So, for economic application, the generated electrical power can be boosted by using step-up transformer in generating station. It is installed in the generating station. So, the electric power generated in the plant is 11 kV. Then this 11 kV is input to step-up transformer. This step-up transformer increases the voltage level from 11 kV to 220 kV. This is the story in power generating station. After that, the T&D line starts. So, output of this transformer, electrical power is transmitted by 220 kV transmissions on the tower structures. This is up to receiving station, power receiving station. So, power receiving station consists step down transformer. It may be depending upon capacity of the station. Generally, it is reduced 220 to 110 or 33 or 66 kV. So, this line is known as primary transmission line. So, this power from receiving station to the transmitted to substation. it is known as secondary transmission. Again, the voltage level can be reduced. From this substation, the voltage level is again further reduced. And for big consumers, the voltage is distributed. That is, who are having their own switchgear or substations. For those demand large capacity of the industries, power is given directly. From the substation, again it is power is given to distribution station. This is known as primary distribution. Again it consists one more transformer, then it is finally given to consumers with the help of again L1 kV to 440 volts. This shows entire power system. Try to understand. All things are 3-phase 3-wire AC system. Primary transmission, secondary transmission, primary distribution, and secondary distribution is 3-phase 4-wire system, because the consumers may be single phase, the consumers may be 3-phase, that is star connected with use of neutral wire. Before explanation, it is very important you have to remember main components. Main components of the power system is generating station, transmission network and distribution network. Again, transmission network is classified primary and secondary, and distribution network is also primary and secondary. So, you can remember generating station L1 kV consists of step up transformer L1 to 220 kV. Then power is transferred to the receiving station. Then it consists step down transformer, so voltage level can be reduced to 220/33 kV. From receiving station, the power is distributed to substation. Again, the voltage level can be reduced, step down transformer 33/11 or 6.6 kV. From substation to distribution station, L1 kV or 6.6 kV or 440 volts. The performance of transmission line depends on line parameters and designment of shock calculations. Now you come to the particularly another concept, one line diagram of typical transmission and distribution scheme. It is asked in VTU exam number of times. First you have to practice generating station, receiving station, substation, distribution substation. Only one transformer is step up. Remaining transformers are step down with rating. You remember, it may be important. You have to mention the voltage levels and you have to mention in explanation also. As per the one line diagram, the generating stations are installed where the energy resources are available. It consists number of 3-phase AC alternators are working in parallel as per their capacity of station. So the generated electrical power is boosted L1 kV to 220 kV, because we have to transmit the electrical power with high voltage. It gives economic design. Hence we have to go for how much is possible as per limitations. We have to go for high voltage. And one more concept is there, high voltage needs smaller conductor size. It also needs economical. Hence this generating station is installed near to power plant. This generated electrical power of 220 kV, it is distributed to receiving stations. This is known as high voltage primary transmission scheme. This power is transmitted through the towers, transmission towers, which are routed outside skirt of city. The system is three phase, three wire system. In the receiving station, it consists a step down transformer. It will decrease the voltage level from 220 kV to 33 kV. Hence, this is also there is no distribution of power, only transmission of power. This primary transmission as well as secondary transmission. Okay. Then in secondary transmission line, it may takes place receiving station to substation. So again the power is reduced by using step down transformer 33 kV bar 66 kV. In the substation, from the substation we can distribute the power to large demand holders for who are having their own substation. Please make the correction, that is not secondary distribution after the receiving station, it is secondary transmission. After this power distributed to substation, again it consists step down transformer. From this substation we can distribute the power. So from substation to distribution substation, the power is distributed by using the feeders. It is known as primary distribution. This is again three phase, three wire AC system. From the distribution substations, the power again reduces. It may be distribution transformers 6.6 kV to 400 volts or 230 volts. So this is known as secondary distribution. This is transmit of electrical power takes place through the service wires from poles from the distribution of transformers as shown in figure. Hence, finally the electrical power is distributed to consumers by the help of number of transformers. So last transformer is distribution transformer. It is connected in star. With the neutral connection we can use three phase, four wire system, because the consumers may be three phase consumers, the consumers may be single phase consumers. With the help of one line diagram, what I explained, same points are highlighted here. Generating station, number of alternators are working, connected in parallel, maximum voltage, it is 11 kV generated. After that it is boosted, voltage is boosted in the generating station transformer 11 kV to 220 kV. This output of this step up transformer is distributed on the transmission lines. This is known as primary transmission. These lines are routed generally outside of the city, because generating stations are installed near the energy resources. Such a system uses three phase, three wire AC system. After the primary transmission, that is after the receiving station, then secondary transmission starts. Again receiving station consists step down transformer. Again this is also three phase, three wire system. The main intention is not to distribute the power, here transmit the power. These are also known as power lines. After the primary distribution, that is after the substation, we are having again step down transformer. The power is distributed for the larger consumers who are having their own substation. large consumption of power, they are having own switchgear yard or substation. So this is known as primary distribution. After that, one more distribution substation. From the distribution substation, again the voltage level can be reduced. It is of 3-phase 4-wire system. The reduction of voltage level finally L1 kV to 400 volts or 230 volts. It may use 3-phase 4-wire system because the consumers may be 3-phase users, the consumers may be single phase. Hence, you have to practice. If you want notes, you convert this PPT only into notes. All of you, I referred Bakshi, or you keep the Bakshi book aside. Please go through. Thank you to one and all.